It's the Meika Safehouse show on the Pet Channel on TVU with your host, Ian Sprague. How you doing today, Ian?
We're doing really good, James. How about yourself?
Very good. I see we're back at the aviaries. That's exciting.
Yeah, we're back at the aviary. Like I was telling you before we started recording, when I first came out this morning, I had the Alexes and stuff in the aviary already, but it was very quiet out here, and you could hear blue jays from up in this tree, turtling along to with their young. So there's an active blue jay nest up there, and the young blue jays are just going to start fledging pretty soon, but we've kind of disrupted them today with bringing these guys out here, but
Yeah.
it was very cool though. I was hoping that maybe if these guys would pipe down a little bit, maybe we could hear them again, but we'll see.
Yeah. And so they do, the species, like the parrots, do interact a little bit with the blue jays then, like verbally.
The blue jays are incredibly curious what the heck these guys are all about, and and these guys I think they're just oblivious. I really do. Yeah. They like to watch them, like it's like a TV show to these guys. These guys don't quite get it, but they're they try really hard.
Yeah, if they were in the open air with blue jays, they would take a little more attention to them. But,
absolutely. If they actually had to physically deal with them, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so no blue jays, but we know they're above. So
they're up there. You betcha.
What else?
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'll just we're going to go in. We're going to go in the aviary. What we're going to talk about a little bit is Asiatic parakeets, and we have 4 different species here. There's another 14. Well, there's 14 species of Asiatic parakeets in total worldwide. We're going to visit with 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to remember how to flip this thing around. I think that's it. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, in through the first door.
Yeah.
All very high security. Hopefully, I think this is the aviary that doesn't give you too much interference. All right. So in we go. So, all right. So what we see here is an Alexandrian parakeet. This is actually one of my buddies here. Can you step up? Want to step up? No, not gonna. His name's Jai. He's done quite a few events with us. He usually likes to talk and and all that kind of stuff, but apparently he's on strike today. These guys are very sex. They're quite a bit bigger. You can tell that's his girlfriend up in the corner there. In behind him, that is Asia. So that's the female. The male's up front. The big difference that you can see right off the get-go is that ring around his neck. The one thing that's nice about Asiatic parakeets is that they are not, you can identify the sexes just by looking. Females, basically the same size, same maroon patch on the wing, but no ring, right? And then if you look at the male, you can really see the ring, and but basically the juveniles you can't tell the difference. They all look like her.
Okay.
All right. Now
and they've got the same strong vocalizations and
these guys are great talkers. If I can get Jai to participate, but he's not. He'll probably start when we're not paying attention to him.
Well, or the next time the camera, right? The next time we have the camera.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing for them, I think.
You just wondering what you're doing with it, yeah.
Yeah. Now this, if I can get. Okay, and you're not going to cooperate either, so that's the fun of working with animals. But hopefully I don't blind anybody with the sun. That one you're seeing right there is a mustache parakeet. Now that's a female. She does have the mustache, like the black underneath around the beak.
Okay.
But the male would have a bright orange beak. And you can tell they're quite a bit smaller than the making her nervous. You can tell she's quite a bit smaller than the Alexes.
Yeah.
She's only about half the size, but still an Asiatic parakeet. the Alexes are from northern India and into Tibet and all that kind of stuff. And she's more of an Indian, more from northern India, that kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now the last of these guys that I'm going to show you, if they will come down, because these guys are a little bit nervous because it's a nerve-wracking thing. All right, so what we have here, I'm just going to see if I can get them to stop walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Those are Lord Derbians. Now they are another one of the Asiatic parakeets. These guys are from Tibet. They are, really, well, they're a big purple parrot, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Great talkers, and really big on the vocalizations. You can see this one here. This is Dolly. She has a black beak, mainly purple, green wings, and then of course that long tail. And then when we look over here, because her boyfriend left her out, hung her out to dry, and up there, I don't know if it gets too dark, let me know, James. But up there, you'll see that's llama. And you see the orange beak?
Yeah, I saw it for a second there.
That's
Yeah.
the male. It's the same species, just the difference between the female and the male. All right. And again, they're a fairly large parrot. I guess I would call these guys a medium to large size parrot. They are, like I say, incredibly well intelligent. Probably, in my opinion, one of the better pets to have if you're going to have a pet parrot. They are not suitable for apartment life, but they are definitely good in a house, and they're a lot of fun. This guy here that you see walking down the door, that's Chester. Now Chester is a couple of these guys' father. He is he's a really old guy. We suspect he's getting close to 40 years old. He doesn't fly, so he's just he knows how to get around. So he just heads for the ground, and he'll walk across the aviary and climb up somewhere else where he wants to go. He's just he's had it with these kids.
It's now, do the different like even amongst the parakeets, do the different kinds of parakeets, they have different temperaments?
Oh, big time. This guy here, Vito, is a female, but she is I would say she would be a nippier bird. You can see she's willing to do it right for us here. Show me what it's all about. All right, but so she's more willing to use her beak than some of these other guys. The Alexandrians are very gentle. I always call them they're gentle giants.
Mm.
They are and they have a really good talking ability. Their one downfall is that with that big beak, they are destructive. So any piece of wood is fair game to them. They have no trouble tearing things apart.
Strong and smart.
Strong and smart, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but
you can see there's a good shot of llama, the Derbian.
Yeah.
Quite different bird. Now Jai's starting to get curious as to what all this is all about. Hey? What are you doing, Jai? Huh? Yeah. So one thing's nice here today. I'm just going to flip this thing around again so you can see me if I can remember how to do that. And it's not going to let me do it, or is it? Or do I have to tap maybe? Oh, there, I got to tap. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. The one thing that's really nice with this aviary is that we have the option to have these guys outside, and they can enjoy some fresh air and some sunshine, right? There's Guy. Hey, you can go up there. Yeah. And the great thing is that in a captive situation, they don't get to experience wind. They don't get to experience daylight, clouds, all that kind of stuff. So we're actually very fortunate to be able to offer them this stuff. And we can tell that they actually appreciate it. They look forward to going outside when when I'm loading up the carrier in the morning to bring birds out, they're all hoping it's their turn, you know.
Interesting.
So it is, and it doesn't matter really what the weather's doing. It could be we could have the kind of weather patterns where we've been having this year, where it rains every 5 seconds. The only thing that's bad about that is I need a weed whacker just to find the aviary, because my back glass is getting longer and longer. But it is it's really important to these guys that they get to experience this stuff and try it all out. They and you can tell that they appreciate it.
Well, and you know what? And they get to catch the odd little insect, and
Let's see what insects are all about.
Breathe the fresh air and see the other birds, like you said. There's you said they've seen an owl out there. Now we've got blue jays, and I imagine the crows and ravens are not far behind. The magpies.
Oh yeah. It's all a learning experience, and that's what these guys are like sponges. They just want to learn all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just really beneficial for them to come in here. It gives me a chance to clean up everything in the house too, so that's always nice. So they're not in the way while I'm cleaning, but they get to come out, they get to get the sunlight, they get to get rained on, and they get to experience all the other neat stuff. It's all enrichment for them. It makes things a lot easier for everybody. So I do recommend it. Like I said, the parrot walk is coming up on the 19th. So that's another enriching thing for these guys. It's going to be at Laurier Park. There'll be information posted on it if you wanted to go to the Edmonton Parrot Association webpage, or not webpage, Facebook page. There'll be information on that. So that's another neat thing to do with your birds. It's really enriching. They get to see other birds. They get to experience the outside.
That's July 19th at Laurier Park. What time?
That's right. I believe it starts at 1:00. But it's one of these socially distanced things. So bring a mask. Be prepared to have a hockey stick around so you can keep your distance and all that. But it's going to be it's usually a good time,
Good.
It should be good.
That's awesome. And that's the event. And next week, since we're talking about sunlight, thanks for the reminder. Since we're talking about sunlight and fresh air and all this enriching things that these guys can do, what we're doing now next week is we're going to talk about how do we simulate that in our house. Right? Okay.
So
Nice.
so there's some products I'll show you at the store that we can buy that will simulate. It's not the same, but it'll simulate, because let's face it, I'm very lucky to have access to an aviary. Not everybody's as lucky as that. So we'll show you a good way to do it at home.
Fantastic. Meika Safehouse on the Pet Channel on TVU with your host, Ian Sprague. Only
Gotcha.
on TVU. Thank you.
That's right.